I will not be playing the "It's been 84 years" clip. It's just too easy. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, here with my brief, spoiler-free thoughts on Avatar: The Way of Water. This was directed by James Cameron. He's done a thing or two, and this is the long-awaited sequel to Avatar, which was released in 2009. Jake Sully is back. This time we catch up with him. He and Neytiri have a nice little family going on, and all is well. Until the Sky People make a big old roaring comeback, and that forces them to flee the forests of Pandora and to seek out the Water Tribe. I'm just going to call them the Water Tribe for simplicity's sake. Much has been made about the reasons why this movie took so long to get out. But just for context's sake, my local theater, the Regal Pavilion Stadium 14 in RPX, it opened on December 16th, 2009, the same day that the first Avatar went wide in the US. So seeing it tonight was a very nice full circle moment for me because a lot has happened in 13 years. I was very much looking forward to this sequel. The teaser trailer got me so excited, and of course the regular trailer did as well. And just the fact that you just never doubt James Cameron. There will be people who be like, James Cameron's overrated. No, he's not. He has not missed, ever. So I was very excited. And now, 3 hours and 12 minutes later, I can definitively say that this movie is not perfect, but I really liked it. First and foremost, much ballyhoo has been made about the visuals, and they do not disappoint. There are some scenes in this movie I just said to myself, this could be framed and hanging on my wall, and it would not look out of place because this is just drop dead gorgeous. I ended up seeing this, and I did not plan on this, but I ended up seeing this with the higher frame rate, meaning that the scenes were a lot smoother. It's going to depend on your mileage. If that is distracting for you, try and find it at the regular frame rate. But for me, I didn't mind it. I thought it looked really cool. Some of the sequences looked like they were from a PS4 or PS5 game, and I do mean that as a compliment. And this being James Cameron directed, all the action looks really great, especially the ending, which is definitely an homage to Titanic. I've heard no one talk about that, and I'm going to bring it up. The ending is pretty much the ending of Titanic, except with a little bit of a happier ending. It was nice to see Sam Worthington make a comeback, and honestly, I kind of thought that he had fallen off the face of the earth. I mean, Avatar made so much money that the dude could have just retired and just lived off of that, I'm sure. But it was nice to see him back and take more of a leadership role in the movie. I thought it was very good. Seeing Zoe Saldana back as Neytiri was also great. She had more than a few good scenes. And the Water Tribe, I thought, was pretty good as well. The head of the tribe is played by Cliff Curtis, and for some reason I was thinking that this was Tamara Morrison, but then I was like, no, that's got to be Cliff Curtis, and sure enough, it was. And Cliff Curtis is reliably good in pretty much anything he's in, so he was really good here. The most common criticism that I have seen about this movie is in regards to the plot, kind of similar to the first one. Since this is a spoiler-free video, my problems with this, I can't really talk about it without spoiling it because it was accidentally spoiled for me. I was reading some reviews on this movie in preparation, and I read the RogerEbert.com review, and one of the big things that they did not spoil in the trailer was spoiled for me in the review as to who the villain is. And it says so on IMDb. I am aware of that, but I don't want to spoil it here. So I will keep it vague just for this video. What I didn't like about the story was that there were several plot points, by several I mean a couple, where I was just sitting there and thinking to myself, I don't know, I just am not feeling this. It definitely applies to who the villain is and a certain character named Spider. I was not a fan of that. And also, there is a character named Kiri. She is one of the daughters of Jake Sully and Neytiri. And she's voiced by Sigourney Weaver, and basically her backstory is related to the Sigourney Weaver character in the first one. And I was not entirely sure I was a fan of that. Now, I'm saying that I'm not sure because I know that the sequels for this movie have been planned out well in advance, and it seems like James Cameron is content to spend the rest of his natural life making these movies. We're getting an Avatar 3 and a 4 and a 5. So I want to see where he's going with these. It seems like he's going a bit long term with these storylines. So I will be patient, but I'm not sure how I feel about them right now. It just, I don't know, it didn't sit right with me. Also, the other big problem I had was the runtime. The movie is 3 hours and 12 minutes long. With trailers, you're looking at a 3.5 hour trip to the movies. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that this movie is a hard no, this did not need to be 3 hours. I think for me, it was actually the time was actually used efficiently, but because it's dedicated to stuff I wasn't interested in, that's when things started to drag. I will say for a north of 3 hour movie, the movie does move along at a very brisk pace. I will give it that. And at the end of the day, I do have problems with the movie, but in the grand scheme, they're very small. They're noticeable, but they're small. This is a very worthy sequel, and it was well worth the wait. I'm going to give this a great rating. If you're on the fence about seeing this one, I give this one a very high recommendation. Go check this one out if you have seen the first one, or even if you haven't seen the first one. It honestly flows together pretty well, so maybe if you were on the fence about the first one, I'd recommend seeing the second one. It catches you up pretty fast. But what did you think of Avatar: The Way of Water? If you did in fact see it, leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say. And if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.